नमस्ते दोस्तों, a very warm welcome to Ansarkari. I am your friend Vikas Bhardwaj. And today, in the series of discussing and throwing light upon important topics, we are taking up Panchayati Raj system. What are the basic issues and what are the prospects for Panchayati Raj system? That is what we are going to discuss. So once again, let's have a pure and objective idea about it. When we see about the hierarchy of governance in India, that means how our parliamentary or another word is democratic system is working. Now that is closely linked with three tiers of government, that is central government, that is union, state government, and at the grassroots level, or you can say foundational level, it is Panchayati Raj system. See the word Raj. This is not there at the central government, not there at the state government. So PRI, coming from ancient India, from the word Panch, you have Sarpanch, you have Panchayat, and that's how the role of Gram Sabha comes into picture. Gram Sabha is the soul of Panchayat. In one way, for understanding, we can say that. Hierarchy in India, अगर हम सिर्फ पंचायती राज की बात करें, that also differs from state to state, but a general hierarchy is that Gram Panchayat, then Block Panchayat, and then Jila Panchayat. A very important role is played by bureaucracy of both state and central level, that is administrator, for example, Indian Administrative Service or IAS officers. They are having a very key role at Jila Panchayat level. And at block level you have BDO, Block Development Officer, and at the Gram Panchayat level you have the Sarpanch, along with other officials like Patwari, Kanungo, and other allied officers who are playing a key role in sustenance of the governance system at the panchayat level. Gram Sabha is the key. As I said, for example, Forest Act or the rights which were given through Forest Act, they are only becoming operational through the role of Gram Sabha. That is why do have a look what exactly Gram Sabha is doing and how it functions. Constitutional provision was given by the Constitutional Amendment Act of 1992, that is called 73rd Amendment Act. Very, very important. The series which started with the Government of India Act 1935 went till 73rd Amendment Act coming into operationalization. But is really there have been changes at the grassroots level? या सिर्फ एक प्रोविजन बना दिया गया है, या उसके ऑपरेशनलाइजेशन के लिए enough system and approach have also been created? ये एक बात सोचने वाली है. So 11th schedule of the constitution, it had 29 functional items. Please remember, functional items are there. इसका मतलब है autonomy भी होनी चाहिए. It must be able to function in a way by which it is able to bring changes in the lives of people. The Amendment Act provides shape to Article 40 of the Constitution, that is Article 40, which is part of DPSP, which direct the states to organize the village panchayats and provide them powers and authority so that they can function as self-government. ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं, अपने आसपास देखिए, look into your state, look into your city, look into your district, and then think about the villages and think about the Gram Sabha. Then think about Panchayat. Is it really functioning in an autonomical manner? Is it really bringing the changes which is required? That is what you have to see and you have to observe, and you will definitely get certain very important linkages. Now, even the constitutional provision is having two parts. One is the compulsory part, other is the voluntary part. Compulsory part cannot be done away with. There are penal actions for that. It is mandated by the constitution. It is, and the violation of constitution will not be tolerated. But the other part, which is voluntary, there comes the role of the state. Otherwise also, many functions which are provided, that is having a role of concurrent list also, and that's what brings into picture a very important term which you might be aware of always is political willpower. सुनने में आसान है, easily used है, but then this is the political willpower which will bring the changes, otherwise issues will remain there. So voluntary provisions, if they are to be adopted, then there is a key role of state government which is always reluctant in giving up the rights, whether it is sanitation, whether it is street lighting or other basic services which must be given to the local government. As I just said, 73rd Amendment Act is having certain provisions. For example, role क्या होगा ग्राम पंचायत का, that is defined by the constitution. The role highlights a very foundational role, that means objective and aspirational role. Secondly, three-tier system, we have just spoken in very brief about it. Then election of members and chairpersons, that is also defined by the constitution. Reservation of seats is there so that both equality and equity prevails, यानी कि reservation for women and also for marginalized and backward sections. It is there in the constitution. But क्या really में बहुत difference हुआ है? Many times we find that political parties and otherwise also, if the seat is reserved for women, then they are proxy for male members. So is it a real change? Is it a real development? That is what we have to see. That is what you have to understand. Duration of panchayat is also mandated by the constitution. अगर dissolve होता है बीच में, अगर change होता है, then also remaining period will be continuing and then there will be elections. And there are also disqualification provisions like the way you have for MLAs and MPs. Not exactly in the same way, but then disqualification provisions are there so that transparency, efficiency and accountability can be maintained. So constitution ने तो अपना काम कर दिया, but I just said, do you think really political parties are interested in bringing sea change at the grassroots level? There are such beautiful provisions and ideas given, but then state governments and central governments have their own agendas which definitely overpower the sacrosanct provisions of PRIs. The idea of state election commission also is there with respect to Panchayati Raj institutions. They have the powers and functions. State election commission is a very important body. Then finances and state finance commission is also given. Audit of accounts is there so that more efficiency, more accountability and standards can be maintained. and there are certain kind of applications in union territories, and there is a bar on interference from courts जब मर्जी जहां मर्जी पंचायती राज इंस्टीट्यूशंस के मामलों में दखल अंदाजी नहीं कर सकते. Judiciary is supreme, but then limits have been set. यानी कि apart from the existing laws, so much have been provided by the constitution to promote PRIs, because they must become functional, they must become autonomous. But is that really happened? States like Haryana, they have come up with the Rural Development Agency, and this agency works directly under the Chief Minister. Lo bhaiya, kar lo baat. States like Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, and even like Bihar, not enough provisions have been functionalized, because states are always reluctant to give their powers. There are flagship programs like Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. देखना पड़ेगा, assessment होना चाहिए, ग्राम सभा का रोल कितना था. There have been programs like Jan Dhan Yojana. What have been the role of the state panchayats? हम बात करते हैं smart cities की. Why not there are smart villages? So panchayats must be given right to collect revenue at the local level. They must be given right, they must be given duties, they must be empowered. चाहे बात एनर्जी सिक्योरिटी की हो, चाहे बात सस्टेनेबल एग्रीकल्चर की हो, चाहे बात लोकल मैन्युफैक्चरिंग की हो, panchayats can play amazing role. That is how we have to see this. Now, as I just said, Article 243G, which talks about devolution of powers. It is about devolution. It is not about transferring. It is not about just making them functional. It is about making them actually making them really empowered. They say that such powers and authority may be necessary to enable them. Such powers and authority. जो चाहिए दे दो, so as to enable them to function as institutions of self-government. And such law may contain provisions for devolution of powers and responsibilities. पर ऐसा हो नहीं पाएगा. States like Kerala, they have taken meaningful steps since 1988 onwards. And when we see in terms of GDP, what is the expenditure in the local level, at the local level, or local, I should say, area, then it is merely 2% of the GDP. Whereas for OECD, that is Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development Countries, it is more than 15%. For China, in fact, it is 7%, and such is the case with other countries also. So we need to work in that direction immediately. Even in the times of pandemic, like COVID-19, if our panchayats had been more equipped, more sustainable, more powerful, then probably much more impact would have been there. We cannot directly link, but employment generation is a key area where panchayats can play a very, very important role. हर चीज की शुरुआत एक बीज से होती है, and that seed is gram sabha and panchayat. So even for economic development and social justice, panchayati raj institutions are the key. When we talk about a model school, when we talk about a model village, when we talk about sanitation, when we talk about planting of trees, when we talk about organic farming, when we talk about sustainable agriculture, when we talk about textiles, when we talk about vocational subjects, when we talk about khadi, everywhere panchayati raj institutions can play a very, very important role. And in fact, digitization is one of the key areas. So number of PRAs in India, that is spread all over India, you can say more than 2 lakh. 2,76,718 panchayats are there, and number of gram panchayats are 2,69,347. Obviously number will decrease, and we have 654 district panchayats, and also number of elected women is 13.79 lakh. That is about 45% of the total representatives. As I said, government have made efforts and constitution have given provisions, लेकिन जैसा देश वैसा भेष, जहां जैसी जरूरत है उसके हिसाब से modifications भी दिए गए हैं. These figures are very important when you want to code them into answers or somewhere else. Now, when we talk about the fifth schedule of the Constitution, it deals with the administration and control of scheduled areas as well as scheduled tribes residing in the areas. यानी उनको कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ने एक तरीके का विधान दे दिया, एक तरीके की उनको पावर दे दी, एक तरीके की उनको सैंक्टिटी दे दी, एक तरीके की उनको ऑटोनॉमी दे दी. आपको छेड़ा नहीं जाएगा, आपको डिस्टर्ब नहीं किया जाएगा, आपके फ्रेजाइल इकोसिस्टम, सोशल कस्टम्स, आपकी फाइनेंशियल सिस्टम, आपके लाइफस्टाइल को आउटसाइड इंटरफेरेंस से बचाने की पूरी कोशिश की जाएगी up to a certain level in which governor plays very important role. So the areas other than Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura and Mizoram, they are actually, you can say, scheduled areas and scheduled tribes which will be covered by फिफ्थ शेड्यूल. द प्रोविजन ऑफ पंचायत, इसीलिए उसको बनाया गया, हमने इनके एरियाज में एक्शन करने के लिए बनाया गया पेसा, फेसा, दैट इज पंचायत एक्सटेंशन टू शेड्यूल एरियाज एक्ट 1996, सर्टेन मॉडिफिकेशंस के साथ और कुछ एक्सेप्शंस के साथ भी. सो फिफ्थ शेड्यूल के एरियाज को नोटिफाई किया गया. एट प्रेजेंट फिफ्थ शेड्यूल एरिया एग्जिस्ट इन 10 स्टेट्स, दैट इज आंध्र प्रदेश, छत्तीसगढ़, गुजरात, हिमाचल, झारखंड, मध्य प्रदेश, महाराष्ट्र, ओडिशा, राजस्थान एंड तेलंगाना. So you see, our constitution is both dynamic, integrated and meaningful in nature. That is why it becomes a very very important and functional aspect. इससे ही लोगों की जिंदगी में फर्क आएगा. फिर चाहे घर के पास स्कूल होना चाहिए, मीठे पानी की व्यवस्था होनी चाहिए, वाटर पोल्यूशन नहीं होना चाहिए, and definitely agriculture must be sustainable. When we talk about double income of farmers, it is not possible without empowering panchayats. When we talk about female literacy, it is not possible without panchayats. So not only there must be more functions and devolution, there must be more focus and belief also. Central and state government must focus so that really India becomes a superpower with the support of Gram Sabhas. When we say notified fifth area schedule, as I just said, so you see that which this is the data which is talking about village, panchayats, blocks, and which are fully covered, which are partially covered. And this gives us an idea that what is and how things are happening. Sixth schedule of the Constitution provides creation of autonomous districts to preserve tribal autonomy and to protect cultural and economic interest of the hill tribes. जैसे आपका असम and in other states of India we see that. So ये भी एक sanctity को maintain करने के लिए है. Tribals are innocent, tribals are having a simple and a meaningful life of their own. Their lands can be encroached by the outsiders. There can be other kind of exploitation. So they must be protected under all circumstances, and that is how sixth schedule comes into picture in general, if we say so. तो इंडिया में इशू क्या है फिर पंचायती राज के, जब इतनी बड़ी बड़ी बातें हैं तो फिस्कल डिवोल्यूशन इज वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट इश्यूज. पैसा दिया जाए उनको, पैसा कलेक्ट करने का अधिकार दिया जाए, रेवेन्यू जनरेशन का अधिकार दिया जाए, रेवेन्यू स्पेंड करने का अधिकार दिया जाए, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं दिया जाता क्योंकि वो बहुत ही पावरफुल फोर्स है. इफ स्टेट गिव्स देम दैट पावर तो उसे लगता है कि इट विल बिकम वीक, पावर नहीं रहेंगी. दैट इज व्हाई देयर मस्ट बी डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन. But decentralization से भी ज़्यादा constitution is focusing on devolution of powers. Capacity building of पंचायत is very important. चाहे फिर वो भारत नेट का प्रोजेक्ट हो, चाहे फिर वो सर्व शिक्षा अभियान हो, चाहे फिर वो मिड डे मील स्कीम हो, चाहे फिर वो स्वच्छ भारत अभियान हो, चाहे फिर वो प्रधानमंत्री ग्राम स्वरोजगार योजना हो, चाहे फिर वो यूनिवर्सल हेल्थ स्कीम हो, एवरीथिंग, प्रधानमंत्री आरोग्य योजना हो, कुछ भी आप लगा लीजिए उस तरीके से, then they all are going to be only functional, only meaningful when panchayats are completely supporting it and also they are learning and they are gaining from it. International cooperation means case studies और ऐसे ideas जो हम world से सीख सकते हैं, and we must apply them, and world also must learn from us, like the cleanest village in India, organic farming जहाँ होती हो, first ऐसा विलेज जहां ICT हो. So if you look at two states and if you Google, then you will find Haryana and Rajasthan. Haryana and Kerala, I'm sorry, they have played very important role in this regard. टैक्सेशन पावर्स भी बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट एरिया है. दो फाइनेंस कमीशन ऑलवेज गिव्स सर्टेन काइंड ऑफ रिकमेंडेशंस कि इतना पैसा दिया जाए, इतना अधिकार दिया जाए, लेकिन टैक्सेशन पावर्स अगर प्रॉपरली पंचायत के पास आ जाए, देन वी कैन से रियली में फिस्कल फेडरलिज्म की बात होगी. जो हम बात करते हैं कि सेंटर, स्टेट और obviously panchayats, they must come together, work together. That will be only possible when everything is taken care of. So panchayats are moving forward. डिजिटल पेनिट्रेशन से एक बहुत ज़बरदस्त फ़र्क आया है, लेकिन ज़रूरत किस बात की है? ज़रूरत है ऑनेस्ट असेसमेंट की. सेंटर्स मस्ट सपोर्ट, स्टेट्स मस्ट सपोर्ट, and that's how we can really move forward. The future of PRIs is linked with capacity to handle pandemics like COVID-19, to create more and more jobs, to prevent stressed migration. एक तरीके से रिवर्स माइग्रेशन होना चाहिए. यानी कि जो हमने बात की, एक स्मार्ट विलेज का जो कॉन्सेप्ट है वो आपका आ जाना चाहिए. उससे ही भारत का पूर्णतः भला हो सकता है. बाकी आप बताइए, आप क्या सोचते हो? बिकॉज सोचोगे तो पाएंगे. यू कैन ऑलवेज गेट बैक विद योर आइडियाज. अगर हम इवेल्युएट करना चाहें आज तक की बात को, सो ऑन पेपर पॉलिटिकल परफॉर्मेंस इज 100%, बट एक्चुअल में देयर हैव बीन इंटरफेरेंसेस, देयर हैव बीन लैक ऑफ अकाउंटेबिलिटी, देयर हैव बीन प्रॉक्सी रूल एंड सो ऑन. बट इट इज द फर्स्ट बेंचमार्क. पंचायत इज द फर्स्ट बेंचमार्क which must get its due. Economic performance, as I said, that they must be given power to taxation, financial devolution, all that must happen. Social performance have been wonderful because marginalized sections, oppressed sections, they got chance to represent themselves. They got a breathing space, but then lot more to do. Any kind of caste violence, any kind of state support to certain dominant groups must not be there. Political ideologies must come in not into picture, and most importantly, women, children, elderly, and the backward sections and marginalized sections, they must get their due. मौका मिलना चाहिए जीवन में, एक तरीके की सस्टेनेबिलिटी होनी चाहिए. देन ओनली वी कैन से दैट रियली में गांधी जी का जो ड्रीम था, दैट इंडिया इज अ लैंड ऑफ विलेजेस एंड इंडिया मस्ट रन थ्रू द डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन कॉन्सेप्ट, दैट इज थ्रू पंचायत्स, इट विल बी रियली सक्सेसफुल. So role, as I was saying, that is becoming very very important. चाहे बात एनर्जी सिक्योरिटी की हो, चाहे बात क्लाइमेट चेंज से फाइट करने की हो, चाहे बात पेंडेमिक से फाइट करने की बात हो, चाहे बात इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, आई मीन टू से एजुकेशन की हो, एवरीवेयर पंचायत से वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल. गवर्नमेंट इज डूइंग इट्स बिट. फॉर एग्जांपल सौभाग्य स्कीम फॉर इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, हर घर तक पहुंचना है. जल जीवन मिशन, similarly one district one product program of UP government, that is Uttar Pradesh government, and rest of the other areas also, for example Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, they have been taking this step. But एक comprehensive और एक mission mode approach से हम और काम करेंगे, then all these efforts will definitely pay us a beautiful way ahead. गांव ही एक बहुत ही खूबसूरत मंजिल दिखाएगा और वो ही हमारे लिए एक रोल मॉडल होगा और होना भी चाहिए. Leadership, when we talk about, then we are talking about that from the panchayat level, such leaders and such personalities must emerge. They must represent rural India. They must represent our real Bharat जिसे हम कहते हैं, especially women leaders and marginalized section people. Cities and town can learn from good practices of the Panchayati Raj institutions, as I just said, in terms of waste management, in terms of sustainable lifestyle, in terms of uh, organic farming, in terms of certain good practices which are prevalent in villages. लार्जर रोल प्ले करना चाहिए, डिस्ट्रिक्ट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन को सपोर्ट करना चाहिए. दैट इज वाई डिस्ट्रिक्ट प्लानिंग कमेटी के कोर में विलेज पंचायत का आना बहुत जरूरी है. स्किल वर्कफोर्स वी ऑलरेडी स्पोकन अबाउट, दैट इज डेफिनेटली ए की टू द फ्यूचर. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, सोशल इक्विटी एंड इक्वलिटी आनी चाहिए, कास्ट हायरार्कीज और डिस्क्रिमिनेशन खत्म होना चाहिए धीरे धीरे, एंड देन देयर मस्ट बी बैकवर्ड फॉरवर्ड लिंकेज इन टर्म्स ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर. दैट इज ऑल्सो वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. States like Punjab, Haryana, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, all states are important for that matter in that context. They are very, very important for sustainable agriculture practices in India. District development plans and power for tax collection, as I said, and then benchmarks for social audit. Because your schemes like Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Program, or whether success of schemes like RTI, that is only possible when the panchayats are actively involved. So the future lies with the fact that not only literacy, but then functional literacy must be there. Not only employment, gainful employment must be there, sustainable employment must be there. जहाँ है वहीं से create करें. Then only we can compete with the skilled forces of the world. Then only our share in the manufacturing will increase across the world. Where we are the world number one in milk production. We are having a great production in terms of fruits, vegetables, pulses, wheat, rice. We are the largest exporter of basmati also. But then अभी भी बहुत potential है. Whether we talk about sugarcane, whether we talk about conversion into biofuels, there is still a long way to go. So let's take up that with the Panchayati Raj. Let us take that aspect with Gram Sabha and these local level institutions. Do tell me what kind of ideas you are able to inculcate along with it, because without your thinking, nothing is going to move forward. Wishing you all the best for your studies. Thank you very much. Be with us, share your ideas, and get success with Ansarkari.